not attacking in. MC scouted the Nexus and the fact that it's down, but he's seeing the cannons and that huge army. He's not confident enough to attack in. So LoveCD has gotten away with this expansion, even though he should have died. Oh my god.
Just incredible play coming out of MC right now. I'm just about speechless, as speechless as a commentator can ever be. Which is
MC's gonna attack in some pretty good force fields, not quite chopping off those zealots as effectively as he really wanted to, but he did successfully separate the zealots from the stalkers. Now trying to take those down so that the immortals can do a little bit of damage, but these cannons are really ripping into MC. He waited far too long to attack into this. Now the supply advantage is almost 20 in favor of LoveCD. MC had the miracle comeback, but because he missed that Nexus, he did miss his opportunity to take this game. LoveCD just overwhelming him with a huge number of units, but actually blinking really aggressively on top of the units of MC, focusing down these immortals, but taking a huge pounding in the process. LoveCD seems confident in the fact that he wants to give the game back. This is the point where Artos would be saying that both players are trying to lose the game right now. LoveCD giving away a lot of free units. The supply count is back to even, and MC's expansion is up. Oh my god, what is going on right now?
Yeah, and it looks like MC is pumping out Immortals 2 at a time. No, it is just one. It's just the stream being funny. But nonetheless, it's going to be Immortals up against Blink Stalkers right now. Both these players have even economy, but one of the things that's important to consider at this point is LoveCD's got 1,000 minerals in the bank, and he's going to be able to turn those into structures or units in the near future, and that is going to mean a reasonable supply differential in the favor of LoveCD. And at this point, that is really going to be a deciding factor, as the only tech differences at this point are the Immortals versus the Blink Stalkers.
Look at the minerals of LoveCD. Like, he's sitting on 1,000 minerals because he waited this long to start the extra gas of his natural. I was so distracted by all this micro going on, I didn't notice that he didn't start the gas in his expansion. That's a huge deal. If he had that gas up earlier, he probably would have been in a really good situation, but now he's having to rely on almost a zealot army because he lost so many stalkers there, and he's only just now starting charge. I mean, this is an MC. He's got really good force fields. If you're going to be relying on mostly zealots, you're going to be in kind of a tough situation because of those force fields. But now MC adding on more gateways. He's still got this robotics facility pumping immortals. And, I mean, look at the units tab. You've got 15 zealots and 9 stalkers from LoveCD. He does have those 2 assimilators up now, so he's got that gas income, but that was kind of a troublesome issue for him. You know, the charge upgrade is kind of a good way to try and recover from that, but that could be a potential issue here. MC might be able to take advantage of that. He doesn't really have any really good solid zealot counters except for those force fields. So if the force fields from MC just miss slightly, LoveCD will do a bunch of damage. So it's going to come down to the force fields from MC in this next engagement.
Yeah, the question really is at this point is if MC can buy himself enough time after this engagement to switch into something else like Colossus, because Colossus will do very well against a zealot-heavy army composition.
Yeah, but by now he does have that enough gas where it won't be zealot-heavy anymore. It's really just this one engagement. Some pretty good force fields from MC, walling off that entire right side and completely isolating the zealots. Means that LoveCD has to completely back off. But he very smartly is able to get his stalkers away in time. So LoveCD, even though some really good force fields from MC go down, didn't take any damage. And now that the energy count on the sentries is really low, so that actually went really well for LoveCD. If he can do that again, bait out a couple more force fields and back off, then MC's going to be out of sentry energy. A couple more force fields, but they didn't go down in the right spot, so the Zealots are able to charge in. Now LoveCD blinking in, doing a bunch of damage. It looks like he might be able to overwhelm MC, but instead of focusing down that Immortal, he backs off. I am extremely confused right now. LoveCD actually trying to expand and take a third base right now, which is unheard of in Protoss vs. Protoss. But MC is still somehow alive because of the fact that LoveCD is trying to expand right now. And neither player we're continuing this trend that we've seen since yesterday, where neither player really wants to get Colossus, because making that robotics bay and teching up to Colossus is so much money that you're quite vulnerable while you're going for that transition.
Yeah, supply counts right now still a little bit in favor of LoveCD as she's mobilizing for yet another attack. and I'm not gonna play by play because I'm watching the stream.
Yeah, so both players are sort of backing off. The third base from LoveCD is about to finish. MC finished his level 2 weapons upgrades because he got that really early forge. LoveCD has +1, but he's only just now starting +2. And he's going for a Templar Archives. Interesting. You don't see Storm a whole lot in Protoss vs. Protoss. And generally in these situations where gas is your main limiting factor, a lot of players will go for the Dark Shrine because of the fact that the Dark Templars are a little bit easier on the gas for making Archons, but of course they do cost considerably more minerals. So LoveCD has gone for that decision that he's going to go for the High Templars, and we'll see how that works out for him. He's warping in
Storm.
He's warping
Storm
in some Templars, and there goes 2 Archons right now here in the center of the map.
Interesting. I was kind of expecting to see Storm. I mean, it doesn't really help a whole lot in Protoss versus Protoss, but still 80 area of effect damage is nothing to scoff at, and it's definitely going to help him out a little bit. But Archons in this scenario is also a plenty good choice, as they've got a lot of life to work with, and they do a ton of damage, especially with that splash. Upgrades right now look like they're only at level 1 with level 2 on the way for LoveCD. And Archons are a unit that scale very, very well with those upgrades, as I believe they get +3 damage per level, which is pretty significant. Those Archons are going to do a ton of damage in these upcoming engagements for LoveCD.
This is the point where I'm expecting to be warping in a lot of Zealots because of the fact that he's using the High Templars. He's got a lot of mineral reserve, but he's not really warping in Zealots right now. Using all of his warp-ins on those High Templars. MC attacking in here at the Watchtower. Some pretty good force fields going off, but all of the Archons are kind of stuck in an awkward position where they're not really able to do anything. LoveCD blinked onto the high ground with his Stalkers, but MC didn't really have any Zealots on the field, so that wasn't really doing anything. You can see that we got a little bit of a blink war going on. MC actually taking the upper hand in that battle because LoveCD, while going for those Archons, didn't get his Zealot count up high enough. And MC actually taking the advantage in that battle, now pushing in on this third base. He might be able to take this down. He's got a 20 supply advantage. He's trying to snipe these Templars before they can actually morph into Archons. LoveCD warping those in at a really poor position, giving away those Templars right as they warp in. And it looks like that will be enough to give MC the free kill on this expansion. LoveCD has proxy pylons quite literally everywhere on the map, but I don't see any warp-ins going down. I mean, this would be a good opportunity to try and warp in a few Zealots and run them into the natural, but MC completely flattening that expansion, now has a almost 50 supply advantage, so MC somehow coming back to win this game after the failed cannon cheese, after the epic miss micro, after the missed scout. What is going on with Skype? And there's the GG from LoveCD, so MC somehow wins that game. How in the world?
I am about as shocked as you, but I would really like to get in the next game.
I am shocked.
Message